Hello again. Two modern trends have coincided lately with far from desirable consequences, as far as I can see. We're all of us aware by now that the real aim of 15-minute cities, 20-mile-an-hour speed limits and low emission zones is ultimately to prevent the use of private motor vehicles. I don't think many people are left in much doubt about this. Motorists are being squeezed more and more, and not always in legal ways. Many local authorities now refuse to mend roads, leaving potholes to grow larger and larger, and making journeys by car uncomfortable and even dangerous. In many districts, the only potholes being repaired are those on bus routes. The message is clear: don't drive. This, of course, goes hand in hand with the official toleration of the behaviour of the Just Stop Oil protesters, whose aim is also to stop the use of private cars powered by oil. These are the kind of tactics used to put an end to smoking in this country. Successive tweaks, increasing costs and mounting inconvenience for those with the habit, until in the end it all becomes too much and people abandon the thing for good. This is how smoking was put an end to in this country. It's how the aim now is to put an end to driving. I might mention that I don't drive myself, and nor do I have a car, so I don't really have a horse in this race. I am simply describing what I see without passing judgment on whether it's a good or bad thing. What I do regard as a bad thing, though, and always have done, is police informers and spies. Of course, there have always been busybodies and sneaks in this country, although they've never been officially sanctioned, as they were, for instance, in East Germany before the fall of the Berlin Wall. In Britain, there has traditionally been a distaste bordering on contempt for those who make it their life's work to find other people disobeying some regulation or law and then go beetling off to the police to report them. During the COVID business, it was shocking to see how readily a lot of people took to reporting their neighbours for going out twice in a day or having friends around for tea and so on. Some police forces were inundated with calls from people eager to shop those living in their street. What has this to do with the war currently being waged against people driving cars? Simply that not everybody is aware that there exists an organisation whose members make it their life's work to find motorists who are exceeding the speed limit, that is, driving faster than 20 or 30 miles an hour, and then report them to the police. I give a link to the website of this outfit in the description to this video, which is an official body sponsored by the police and working in close cooperation with the police who supply them with equipment. Let me read out their own description of what they do. Community Speed Watch is a national initiative where proactive members of the local communities join with the support and supervision of their local police to record details of speeding vehicles using approved detection devices. Registered keepers of vehicles exceeding the speed limit are contacted, initially with a letter explaining the potential risks and consequences of their dangerous behaviour. Repeat offenders will receive a visit from the local police, irrespective of where they live. Beyond these friendly gestures, focused enforcement and criminal prosecution follow based on the collated evidence. Friendly gestures, that's a nice touch. I'm glad to hear that repeat offenders will get a visit from the police, irrespective of where they live. Can anybody see something a little odd about this? If your house is burgled or your car stolen, you'll be very unlikely to get a visit from the police. Drive through some village at 32 miles an hour, though, and thanks to these state-sponsored busybodies, the police will find the time to come and pay you a visit. I am strongly of the opinion that this shows a horribly distorted sense of priorities. I don't like sneaks and informers, especially not those who make a hobby of the practice of spying on their fellow citizens and reporting them to the authorities. These people, though, are surfing the zeitgeist because the war on cars is in full swing And spending your evenings finding drivers to report to the police is probably seen by some as a very virtuous pastime. I'm bound to say that's not how I view it.